All right, guys, so we're going to do a quick little review of slope. And so the key catchphrases for slope are rise over run, change in y over change in x. And they really like to use the phrase rate of change. This one's going to be one that we're going to come back to a lot. And not only that, guys, but a lot of you also liked using the formula. So the difference between the y's divided by the difference of the x's. All right, so if you're given a graph, you can count your slope from point to point. So in this first graph, you're going up 4 and running 6. So your slope would be 4 divided by 6. Or you can also simplify that since both are even. So you can cut the 4 and 6 in half to reduce the slope. On the graph on the right, you're going down 5 units and going to the right 5 units. So therefore, we should have -5 divided by 5, or -1 is your slope if you simplify it, since 5 divided by 5 is 1. Another thing we talked about with slope is you can find the slope or the rate of change from a table in 2 different ways. So one way you can do it, guys, is the changing in the y divided by the changing in the x. So when we look at this table, we notice that our y's go from 23 down to 18. 18 goes down to 13. 13 goes down to 8, which means that we're decreasing by 5 or going down by 5 each time. So our change in our y is down 5. And what is our change in the x? Well, to go from -2 to 0, from 0 to 2, from 2 to 4, you're adding by 2 each time. So our change in x, or our run, is +2. So that means our slope is -5 divided by 2. Change in y over the change in x. Now, some of you like to use your formula instead. So if you're given a table, you could have chosen 2 of the points from the table given, so an x and a y pair. So I chose 0, 18 and 6, 3. And remember to use the formula, guys. You do your y minus your y. So 18 minus 3. And that means I have to start with 0 minus 6. Which in fact, 0 minus 6 gives us -6 on the bottom. And on our top there, 18 minus 3 is 15. But 15 over 6 can divide by 3, which leaves us at 5 on the top and -2 on the bottom. Now notice both of these have a negative. It does not matter where it is, guys. Overall, that slope is negative. All right. Now, last but not least, sometimes they'll just give you 2 points and say, find the slope or find the rate of change. So if they give you 2 points, guys, you can just run the formula like on the left side here. So 7 minus 5 is 2 on the top. And we took -4 minus -7 on the bottom, our x minus our x, and we got +3. Now, you could also count. So some of you liked this idea, instead of using the formula, you look at how did y change? So how did I go from +5 to +7? Well, I went up 2 spaces. So my change in y is going up 2. Now in terms of my run, or my change in x, you're looking at going from -7 to -4. Did I go left or did I go right? So going from -7 to -4, I moved to the right on my graph, and you went to the right 3 spaces to get from -7 to -4, which means that we're going 3 spaces. So 2 over 3 is our slope. So hopefully this helps you review a little bit. Now you are going to complete your Edge Elastic slope review.